from my given disaster. Speed away from the...
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all really well and happy new year. In today's video I am doing a bit of an undecorate with me. I need to get rid of all the Christmas decorations and have a real good declutter, especially in the boys' bedrooms. There is so much to go through to make room for all their new things, so I will get straight into the video. So I am starting out in Toby's room, and his room is going to be something that is going to need a little bit of a refresh this year. It is just all looking a little bit tatty, and he needs some more wall stickers on his wall and some pictures hanging, and I just want to make it a little bit cooler for him. I want to make it more of a gaming room for him and maybe get some of those strip lights that you can get and put them along his wall. But he has had some cool things for Christmas, these gaming lights, so I am just gonna give the shelves that I've said before get really dusty, and I am just gonna take everything off them and rearrange everything, try and make his things look a little bit less cluttered and put all his books in different categories. So he's got all his David Williams ones together, or his Harry Potters, and he just have everything a lot more organized.
Keep on driving and driving along the roads and end. Lost my head over my back between the jars and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and driving.
One thing that always drives me mad with the boys' bedrooms is I am forever finding little bits, and I'm sure any parent knows what I mean. There is always lots of little bits of things. So there is all these little bits of Lego that are just in places that they don't belong. Wires. There's a random old iPod there that somebody has been using for I don't even know what, because it doesn't work. But yeah, there is always lots of little things that need sorting. So I've just got those little storage boxes that I got from Amazon that can just keep wires and controllers and things for the switches in. I didn't do that many decorations in Toby's room. It is just a tiny room and he didn't want a lot going on in there. So he had a door bow. That was just some chair cover bows that I got from Home Bargains that I just put on his gaming chair and just put on his door, and he had a bit of tinsel and a couple of other bits. But it is a tiny room, so I didn't want to put too much in here because I thought it's just going to feel crazy busy and cluttered. But that is the plus point of it not being a very big room, is it never takes me very long to do. There is not a lot in there apart from his bed and his gaming chair. I may get a little bookcase that can fit behind the door just for a little bit more storage, but it doesn't ever take me that long to organize it all. One thing that is a real pain that I've said before is making bunk beds, and we have 2 sets of bunk beds, but I always find it a little bit of a chore doing the bedding for that. But other than that, I'm always happy with how this room looks in the end when it is all nice and tidy.
Every change has a reason. Baby, let it come to you. Every soul, every season lives.
Moving on now to the real disaster zone, which is Archie and Dylan's room. So this is the bigger room. This is the room that houses most of the toys and all of the boys' clothes. Toby's clothes are in here as well. This has just become absolute chaos over Christmas. There is stuff everywhere. I am putting their Christmas bedding in the wash because it is time for that to go away again until next Christmas. I had already done this with Toby's. Toby did have Christmas bedding on as well. But yeah, I'm going to get all that washed and put on their normal bedding, which they are very sad about, but I do think it makes it a lot more special when they only have it on at Christmas time. So I'm going to put their normal bedding on. Like I say, all of the boys' clothes are in here, so Toby and Dylan are pretty much the same size, even though there is 2 years between them, so they just have the same items of clothing that they just share because it is just easier that way. And then the wardrobe that is in Toby's room is also full of toys and has got a lot of my clothes in. That is a job for another day. That is something that I need to go through, but I didn't do that in this video. But this room got totally gutted.
Behind the clouds, we just have to believe it.
So as usual, there is loads of Lego to put away. Now I actually changed how I stored this the next day because I did so much this evening, as you will see, and then carried on with it the next day and had a little bit more energy the next day and decided to give it a full declutter. But in this I am just doing what I can because it was the evening time. I needed to get fresh bedding on for them, and then I just gave it a little tidy round, moving some of their Christmas items like the Santa Stop Here sign and these lovely Xmas letters, and then just put some of the things back on their shelves. I could not remember at all how I had it before, so I just messed around moving things as I always do. This can take me forever because I am so fussy with how it looks, so this will probably all get moved again. But yeah, I just put all their nice bits back on their shelving, gave everything a wipe. This room was decorated so lovely for Christmas. I was so pleased with it, but as the weeks have gone on, the tree has shed, some of the fake snow has come off, like it has just got really tatty looking in the end. So yeah, I was definitely ready for the decorations to come down in this bedroom. I was so over them because there was just so many tree pines everywhere. The train track under the tree got broken. The boys kept pulling baubles off, like it did not stay looking all lovely and Christmassy like it did originally. Yeah, it definitely all needed to come out, and I needed to absolutely gut the room. So the next day I was in full declutter mode because I had just had a very exciting delivery of like a million storage boxes. I ordered loads and loads of Home Bargains online. I found them really reasonably priced, so always worth having a look if you're looking for some storage boxes. I also got some from Aldi when I did an order for them. So I was really excited, as sad as that sounds, to fill all my storage boxes with all of the Christmas decorations. So I started to take all the baubles off the tree and put them in one of these boxes. I was quite glad to see the back of this tree. I think next year I might replace it with one that doesn't shed quite so much, because it's going to be bald soon because it just seems to lose that many pine needles every year I get it out. But yeah, I just took all the baubles off, popped them all in a storage box so they're not going to get broken, and it's a pre-lit one as well, so I didn't have to mess about getting the lights off or anything like that. I find it always such a nightmare job taking the Christmas tree down and having to try and make it as small as possible to fit in the boxes. Another thing I will invest in is some Christmas tree bags, because I squeeze them back into their original boxes and then just use about a roll of sellotape trying to stick the cardboard back together, and I'm pretty sure that the Christmas tree boxes are also on their last legs.
just wanna hear you say that you want me to. I told you I can't get.
So I decided to tackle a real big job in their room and go through the wardrobe, which is full of pretty much everything, to be honest. It has got toys, it has got homeschooling things, it has got about 1,000 items of clothing in there, a lot of them that don't fit anymore. It really needed a good going through, so I literally took everything out and I was sat there. You know that moment when you decide to organise something and you look around and you just think, why have I started this? But I am so glad that I've done it now. I went through every little thing in the room. I also had Archie helping me out, going through things that he still wanted and things that he didn't. And I put it into these bigger storage boxes. And what I'm going to do is get a label maker. I actually saw some of those on Home Bargains online as well. And I kind of wished I'd ordered one. I don't think they were that badly priced either. I think they were like £12–13. And I feel like I should own a label maker, and I don't know why I don't have one. But I decided to store certain things. So he's got all of his wooden toys in there, his play food and things. That box is full of the Lego. And I'm going to get some labels, label it all up. He's got his craft and stationery box. Just a lot easier to get one box out, play with everything in it, and then be able to put it back themselves, because everything just gets shoved in like different drawers. Everything gets mixed up. Like I say, I'm always finding Lego pieces where they don't belong, so I'm so glad that I've gone through it all. And then I kept those plastic drawers to use in the other side of the wardrobe to put in the boys' uniform that I will show you soon.
The way you laugh and how you move, it kinda makes me go crazy. But we should take it slow, work things out so you don't let me go. When I come real close, I don't wanna get hurt, 'cause I'm not ready to give you my heart yet. Before I'm too invested, I should probably ask you all my questions, get to know you better. Like, can you be trusted? Will you take me for granted? Will you let me down? Before I'm too invested, you should take it easy. Maybe we could test this and work out our feelings. Baby, will I love you? Tell me, do you want me?
This is my face realizing how much I actually have to sort out in this wardrobe. But yeah, like I say, I put the plastic drawers in here. I made space for them. I just kept all their t-shirts on the bottom rail, and then I thought I would do a box for each of their uniform so that it's just a little bit easier for them in the morning when they know which box is there. Again, I will label them, then they know they can get their own uniform out of the box. I think I'm going to find that so much easier to find all of their uniform and keep it all together, so they'll have a box each that they can just pick out their uniform in the morning. They know that that's all of their items that fits them, and then I just use the other box to put in Toby and Dylan's pajamas, because Archie's are in the drawers that are in the room. His pajamas are in there.
You let me down. Before I'm too invested, you should take it easy. Maybe we could test this and
So also from Home Bargains, this is just shopping online, I got 24, amazing, of these little storage boxes that I'm going to use in the kitchen. I'm just going to use them everywhere, but I decided some good uses for them was to put all of the boys' gloves into one, and then all of the winter hats into one, and then all of like their caps and things in another one, because before it was just in this box and everything was mixed up. And sometimes we would have a mad rush before school trying to find gloves, and just I'd be tearing it all out of the box trying to find what we need when we're in a rush in the morning. So I'm hoping now that this will be much more organised, and again easier for them to just get out themselves.
driving and all I can breathe is you, so I jump in, only for this ride.
And now now that I've organised it, they have all this spare space at the bottom of their wardrobe. So for now, I just put in a lot of their new Christmas bits at the bottom that I know they're going to want to play with, and I just thought that'll keep them out of the way. But I am so happy with how much more organised this is. I know exactly every single item in their wardrobe now. I put all the coats over this side as well. Really pleased that I did that job and got it done and out of the way, and I know everything we have in there now. I decided to get rid of this rug. This rug has been a real pain. I've gone off these fluffy rugs. I loved them at one point, but they are just an absolute nuisance. There is always things stuck in them. They are not good if you are a Lego player either. Dylan has told me many a times. So I picked up this rug, which again was another bargain from Home Bargains online. I didn't even have to leave the house. I just ordered it off the website. This was around $17.99. It is like a woven chevron print, and I absolutely love it. I just hope that it doesn't get like pulls in it, you know, where the threads come undone. But for $17.99, I thought this fits perfectly with their bedroom, and I'm really happy with it. It's huge as well. Really, really good purchase.
It is here and now. It all seems better in your clear blue eyes. Jumping, jumping, jumping.
So that is all nice and tidy in there. I absolutely love decorating the house for Christmas, but I don't think there is any better feeling sometimes when you are ready to take it all down and you get to have the fresh rooms again. I am really loving seeing it like this again, and yeah, it's so nice and tidy, and it won't stay that way, but I shall enjoy it for the short time that it is. Now, time to clear out the living room. I have got a selection of my storage boxes there. Like I say, I have gone a little bit storage box crazy. I have ordered so many. A lot of them are going to go in the kitchen. But yeah, I've got to take the decorations down in here. I've got to take the tree down and then just give it a good tidy round. Give the sofa a bit of a clean. And yeah, just give it a little bit of a refresh.
Me and you to write our story on a shape that new. Got a restless mind, and now I won't let go. So let us be crazy before we're cold. You can take us out, your doubts won't hold us down, 'cause we're gonna light up the sky where we go. Oh, oh. Do you wanna come along with me? Come along with me. Do you wanna?
I absolutely love this tree, but every time I go near it I get covered in the flocking that is on it, so I get a lot snowier as the video goes on. I have just used this old roll that came inside a rug. I just cut it in half and then wrapped all of my lights around that so that when I come to get them out next year they're not going to be tangled up, but you could just use a wrapping paper roll. But yeah, this just came from inside a rug.
Gotta do something, get it right. Gonna keep on running, grab the fun and live it life. And we ain't got nothing, gotta do something, get it right. Gonna keep on running, grab the fun and live it life. And tomorrow's far away, should I let the party fade? And we ain't got nothing, gotta do something, let us on tonight. to be there and baby dance the night away. I let my head down if I won. Don't you just get tired?
On to the very difficult task of trying to fit the tree back in its original box. Like I say, these boxes have definitely seen better days. It is just going to completely burst open one of these days, but I just managed to tape it back in for another year, and then, like I say, next year I'm going to look at getting some of the bags that you can put the trees in.
You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I want to be silly, baby, dance the night away. I'll kick my shoes off if I want. Let yourself be free and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better. So much better. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. You can. Baby, let your head down. Be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off. You don't have to hide it. Baby, let your head down. Be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off. Don't hide it. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws.
I am just giving the sofa a good hoover because, as usual, it is full of crumbs, and I do love my shark hoover, but I do find that the Hetty hoover that I've got actually is much better for getting in all those nooks and crannies. I just find that sometimes, I don't know if anybody else finds this with the shark hoovers, that they get blocked quite often, or is it just me with mine? But I've just gone and got Hetty the hoover, and I am just going over the sofas with that.
You blow my mind. I don't know if you know yet. Words all around, and I'm dying to tell you. Well, I know that by now it is obvious, and that maybe I'm wasting my time, but I gotta try. The only reason I keep sneaking out at night to laugh with you in secret under city lights. Surprised you never had the guts to figure out how I feel about you. Wish me the best of luck. I'm gonna win your love. Coming to get you, dying to feel your touch. Wish me the best of luck. Coming to get you. Wish me the best of luck. Trying to steal your heart. Coming to get you. Coming to get you. Coming to get you. I've tried sometimes, but you're making me nervous. Now I've realized that I can't live without you. All my friends reassure that it's obvious, and that maybe I'm wasting my time, but I gotta try. The only reason I keep sneaking out at night to laugh with you in secret under city lights. Surprised you never had the guts to figure out how I feel about you. Wish me the best.
that is the living room all clean and tidy. Ignore the wreath that is on the wall. That is actually going to go on the door. I've just hung it up there just so it doesn't get damaged. And I definitely am going to be on the lookout for a nice chair to go in that corner where the tree was. I have been on the lookout for a while trying to find the ideal one. So fingers crossed I will get that soon. Now just into the hallway. Excuse the boxes that are for the kitchen that are just leaning up against the radiator cover. I will be so glad when I've got my kitchen all in order. It is nearly there, and I am just taking away all of the things that I had on the radiator cover and putting back my flowers and candles, and yeah, it feels really nice to have it all clean and fresh again. And then the last thing to do is just to take down the garland off the handrail on the stairs. I just had to take all the baubles off and then unravel it from there. This one again is only a cheap garland, so it does shed quite a lot. So there was a lot of the pine needles all up the stairs, so I had to give the stairs a really good hoover.
Yesterday, there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise.
And then all that was left to do was to just give everything a good wipe over, all the skirting boards and the banisters and handrails, and it was all nice and clean again. So that is the end of my declutter and clean with me. Got all the decorations down and they are all put away in the loft, ready to be seen again at the end of the year. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love it if you gave it a big thumbs up, and if you feel like subscribing, then hit that subscribe button as well, and I will see you again for my next one. Bye everyone.